Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steiner.P, aka Stamayo Studio, and I'm back to show you guys how to do digital line work from Photoshop, basically. um, Pretty much what it is, it's you just make like a new layer, and you're just gonna pretty much take like a gray, kind of like almost like it's like a pencil. Depending on what piece you're working on, if you want like heavy lines or something, I would suggest using a black ink or something. If you're gonna do like, I don't know, like traditional comic book types things. But in this tutorial, I'm just doing like an illustration. So basically, I'm just using like a gray for like a pencil type of thing, and I just have the layer set on linear burn. So that way, it just like burns through pretty much through my sketch work. Now, I know probably some of you are thinking, well then, I've started out with like a sketch work or something tutorial instead of just already going to lines? True. That is true. I will admit that. However, the thing is, if you've seen my last video, I didn't actually have the camera. If you remember, I had like bad lighting as well, so I'm waiting for the new lamp that I ordered to come in. So I couldn't really film myself doing the sketch work because I didn't like the lighting in it. Plus, also, I didn't like the camera. The camera came out like to become, I don't know, like too fuzzy. Wasn't the right quality I was looking for. So yeah, that's why I apologize to you guys if you wanted to see me do the sketch version of Elsa, which probably would have been more helpful for people who are starting out to becoming an artist. But I'm sorry. Yeah, anyway, let's get back here. Yeah, here I'm just going down through her facial features, her mouth, and stuff. By the way, I have seen the movie Frozen. Oh my god, it's like the best Disney movie ever made. It's like definitely in my top 3 of like best Disney movies of all time. I love Elsa, I love Olaf, Kristoff, Anna, all the characters. They were just like, wow. They were like so funny and awesome, amazing. It was also very, very well done. Like the rendering, the 3D animation, it was beautiful. I don't think I could like come up with any more words to describe that movie. If you haven't seen Frozen, you should definitely get the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Just get it. Put it in your archive of collections, because that is one fantastic movie. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm still going on here, getting into her hair work, because she has that, what I call it, like kind of like a Sonic the Hedgehog type hair, because it's like all back, it like wraps around her head. So I'm just pretty much doing like every single like strand of of hair work, pretty much, and basically I'm just pretty much getting all the line work down. And how I do the line work is I normally just do like a quick stroke, and then if I got the right thickness level that I want, that's viewable and pleasant to look at, I move on, pretty much. If I don't like the layer or the thickness of the line that I work on, I just pretty much go back into it, erase it, or just try to do a much better version of the line. Because that's pretty much how line work works, by just putting down your pressure. Since I'm using like bamboo, well actually no, not I hang that up like probably like a good couple of months ago. Yeah, I no longer have a bamboo. I have an Intuos. I've actually been using that for like the past I think it was like about, I don't know, 6 months. I think it was more than 6 months, because ever since I got that Intuos, workflow has been much smoother. So yeah, if you guys want to get into professional levels, I suggest you get an Intuos. It'll last you longer than bamboos do, because I went through probably like 3 of them, and each bamboo costs like 60 bucks plus shipping. So I really wouldn't recommend a bamboo if you want to start off getting into those, and it will actually last long. Mine still hasn't like broken or nothing. Like the wires, that's actually one of the problems with bamboos, is that they're just so I guess you could say it's kind of like they're cheaply made or something, because the wires eventually wear out over time, like probably within a year's worth, and that's not acceptable. You know, if you're like an artist that really needs your tablet in order to do work. So yeah, I would just recommend an Intuos. I do not even know how I just got out of backtracking out of this, changing the subjects with on what I use. But anyway, here I go back again, back in Elsa's hair. Just pretty much doing what I do. Just pretty much trying to get a good establishment of her hair, of each hair strands. This probably, in total time, probably took me like about an hour or so to do, because this is just like a sped up version of the video, so I don't really draw that fast, as you can see. Yeah, just doing her braids. Doing her braids. I've never really seen like a main character whose hairstyle is like a braid. Have you? I mean, the only one I could probably think of is what's her name? Katniss from the Hunger Games. If you haven't even seen that movie, I suggest you watch the first one. I've seen the second one, Catching Fire. It wasn't my liking. Some people liked it, but I was expecting more from Catching Fire. I just hope the Mockingjay becomes like the best one, in my honest opinion. So yeah, talking about main characters with braids, I've never seen that before. Normally it's like main characters, their hairstyles are either simple or extremely crazy. If you've seen like a show or read a book where the main characters have braids, go ahead and leave a comment below. Definitely, I wanna jot down these names so I can get into them. These braided main protagonists and whatnot. And my monitor just went to sleep. Okay, so here I go. Filling in the line work. Filling it in, doing it here. And yes, that intro music was, of course, from the hit song that everyone's like singing 24/7, Let It Go. Yes, it's one of the greatest Disney songs ever made. I don't think Disney has came out with like a Disney song like that in a long time, where people are like just singing it every day. I mean, I remember back in my day, when The Little Mermaid came out, Part of Your World. That's all I heard. That was it. Yeah, that was also a fantastic movie, by the way. What else? Yeah, music's Disney finally got its number. They pretty much knew exactly what they were doing. God dang it, Disney. Why must you be so awesome? Here I go. And yeah, I signed my signature above her arm. Basically, that's for like an original pencil sketch work. If you meet me at a con, I'm gonna have the original pencil work at a con. That way you can see how the process began, where how I just have like a pencil, all original pencil work and sketch work done. So you can take a look at it through my portfolio if you ever go to a con. Speaking of cons, I'm going to this event called Kids Con. It's in the Bronx. It's coming in next week, I believe. Yes, it is. Let me check here. Yep, May 10th. So I'm gonna be there. I'm hoping to have the Elsa full colored digital copy prints there as well. That way you can see the comparison of how line work pretty much does versus like finished digital prints. Pretty much a digital print is just like a copy of the original, but it's like all in full color, as opposed to original work is probably valued much higher. Because I remember either this year or I think it was last year, somewhere somebody pretty much, I think, bought Todd McFarlane original pencils and inks. It was the cover for a Spider-Man cover. Yeah, I believe that sold for over $500,000, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome.